Distinguished members of the Academy, my name is Golfhouse, and we're getting right to it. No looking at the camera, no anything like that. We talked about this jungle temple over here, and I've been off the server for a few days. Like I said before, I had that business trip to go on, and but now it's time. Let's go see what we can make happen. What is this madness? Somebody's been here. We'll go and investigate, but I'm almost sure if there's a crafting table there, there's going to be a whole lot of nothing in here. Let's see what we can make happen. I'm not going to get much doing that. And torches. Torches everywhere. Yep. This has been cleaned out. Well, I guess that's just what happens when you go off the server for a few days. Your wonderful jungle temple that you find gets raided by interlopers. Oh well, you win some, you lose some. Not the most exciting way to start an episode, but I guess we'll just have to make do and move on to the next thing. And wouldn't you know it, I'm going the wrong way. So there I was, feeling dejected, feeling run down, not knowing what I was going to do without a jungle temple to raid. So I went caving, and I found that. The best part? It's a skeleton spawner. Now we have not discovered one of these yet. As you can see, I've already had a little bit of a battle here, but I have not looked in the chest yet, so I have no idea what's in here. Let's have a look. A name tag, we'll take that. A music disc, we'll take that. String, don't need that at all. A bucket, why not? Some redstone, you know what, we'll swap it out. And we'll take the iron too. What can we get rid of? This bow here. We've got our good one down here. But now, hey buddy, what are you doing? That was weird. Anyway, now we have a skeleton spawner, and this is fantastic news. We do not have one of these guys yet on the server, and we do have the XP farm with the zombies, which is great and all, but we need arrows. And with this guy, I have a feeling that arrows are no longer going to be a problem. Okay, so I've gotten things started here. I've dug out our little area. We're going 4 wide on each side with the 1.8 update. This is the maximum amount of space that you need in order to get the most out of your spawner. My plan right now is to have these guys spawn in here, drop all the way down, and then I'm going to have a water stream kind of push them over here, up here, and then eventually down either onto this platform or another platform over here. And then I'm going to utilize a lava dispenser system, kind of like what we have over at our zombie XP farm. That isn't what I usually do. I usually prefer to do the fall trap, where the water stream takes them up super high and then drops them down. But this particular spawner is not super low to the ground. You see it's at Y level 56 up there, which means that in order to get them high enough to do the type of damage that we need to do, I would actually have to take them out into the air, and I don't want that messing up anybody's potential jungle builds, since, like we've talked about before, there are other people in the server that want to build in the jungle. So we're going to do it a little bit differently. We're just going to bring them kind of up here, drop them off here. We'll put a lava dispenser kind of there, a little redstone button kind of thing. And we'll figure out the specifics a little bit later. And then I'll have maybe where this block is, I'll put a hopper to some chests because we're going to get all sorts of good stuff. We're going to get bones, which is useful when growing things. We're going to get arrows, which is obviously useful. And then we'll probably get a bunch of their bows as well. And I'll probably come up with some kind of a disposal system to get rid of those because those are pretty crappy. You can see I've designed the roof a little bit. I think I'm going to go with dark oak up here. Haven't spread it out obviously, but I like the way that that contrasts with the mossy brick. Now this is kind of a new thing. Up until the 1.8 update, we weren't able to make mossy brick, so being able to use it in the capacity that we're using it here is a relatively new thing. But that's going to mean that we need a lot of vines. So I've been trying to kind of help myself out here, and I think, yeah, I've used up all of my shears so far, so these will just have to wait for a little while. But I've been kind of breaking these things down and combining them. I think we actually have enough now. We've got 5 stacks of mossy brick, and I think that's going to be enough to cover things, but we've got to go a long way down. I'm going to go down probably about 9 levels, and that's mainly just to get any skeletons that spawn out of the zone so that the spawner can fire itself up again as quickly as possible. So I think I'm going to go ahead and start digging, and I'll see you when I get to the bottom. Okay, everybody, some quick progress here. As you can see, we've made significant movement. So I've gone ahead, I've sealed off the area right above the spawner so that nothing can spawn up there and get stuck. I still have the torches out here to have the spawner disabled. And there's my pit down there. So the thought is somebody will spawn right about here. They'll fall into the water, and then they're going to go for a little trip. And you can see down here a little bit, I kind of gave up on decorating it. I'm not going to worry about this too much. So they come down into the water stream. They will slowly get pushed along into here. And here's where they're going to try to swim up. And then it's just a matter of moving up the tunnel until they get to the top, at which point they'll get pushed along here and they'll fall here. And for us, we can just hop out there. Obviously for them, they're not going to be so lucky. They are going to get trapped by this little doohickey, and so then their feet will be here, and this is where I'm going to be putting in the lava dispenser and all of that stuff. Unfortunately, all of my buckets are either full of water or full of nothing, and my inventory is so full that I don't have any room for a dispenser or anything like that. So I'm going to go back to base, get all of that stuff, and then hopefully our little spawner will be ready to go. Okay, I think I've got the redstone all set up correctly here. So if this is all in the right place, I should hit this button. Perfect. That is exactly what we wanted. Just a brief little bit of lava. We didn't want the lava to go all over the place. That's what the slab is for. And I think that means that we're good to go. All I have to do now is get rid of these torches, and I've got them a little haphazardly placed here, but I think we can make this work. So let's come over here, take out that one and that one. I think that the torches on that side that are actually attached to the spawner itself will keep us safe until we get inside. But now this is going to take some finagling. Alright, I think we're just about ready. 1, 2. Oh, there went one. But he fell just as he is supposed to. We have to do this fairly quickly. We just had another set go down. And done. Okay. The spawner is now all sealed off, and all we have to do now is wait to see if the skeletons make it up here. Okay, so we have a little bit of a problem. The skeletons are coming up just fine. In fact, right here in the corner, sometimes you can kind of see just the little image of their bows sticking out, but they're not getting down here, and I think I know why. If we look up here, you can see that they are getting stuck in the water stream. And how they're shooting each other. I guess one of them tried to take a shot at me and started this. Well, that's going to be a good enough way for them to clear out a bit, as you can see. But we're going to have to figure something out here. This sign may not be in the right place. So let me go ahead and clean this out a little bit, and let's see what we can make happen. Okay, so we had a little incident there. I managed to get the extra sign up there, and everything seems to be going okay there, but then that dropped about a dozen skeletons right on my face. Fortunately, we were able to dispatch them with only moderate damage. As you can see, my least protected armor here, or my least durable armor here, has still got a little bit of life left in it. And it looks like things are going well here. I don't believe that these guys are really taking any significant damage. Maybe one or two do. But yeah, that is stacking up real well. So we're going to let that happen a couple more times. You can kind of peek through here and see the smoke particles kind of shooting out. I may end up kind of maybe putting a slab here or something so that we have a more direct line of sight at the spawner as it does its thing. But as you can see, it is spawning critters just fine. Okay, so we have got a sizable number in there, and as I've been watching these accumulate, something's been kind of bothering me a little bit. Is that most of them, I don't want to say most of them, a lot of them are just falling down with no damage at all, but some of them appear to be taking maybe a half heart of damage, and I don't know what that means with our little sequencer back here. It could mean that some of these guys are going to die from the lava rather than from me. So we'll just have to try this out and see. I have not hit the button with these guys in here yet, so we're going to have to see how this goes. Let's give it a shot. Okay, they're all getting nice and crispy. Are they going to die before the fire runs out? No, it doesn't look like any of them did. This was from the outburst before. But now they should all be one-hit kills. Looks like they might not necessarily be one-hit kills yet either. Although, you know what's going on is that while this is taking place, we are still having critters fall down. So it's possible that we could be hitting skeletons that did not get the lava. I do not have a way to keep these guys from falling in. So that's going to be something that I need to take a look at and figure out how to do. The obvious choice would be a piston shooting a block out into the water stream to prevent them from falling in. I don't know how easy that's going to be to do, though. I imagine, I'm going to have to think about that one. In the meantime, though, it does look like our XP farm is working as advertised. There's still some work that I can do to make it better, but so far I think I can call this a success. Alright everybody, I think we've got this thing fully operational. So I can come up here, I can do that, and that's going to push a piston out into the water stream, and that's going to keep anything else from falling in. So then it's just a matter of setting this thing off, getting these guys on fire, and then once they're done burning, should take just a couple of seconds, I can just go in here and start taking them out. Now some of these guys had armor on, so they're going to be a little bit harder to kill, although that should be a pretty fair source of cheap iron for us. So there we go. I have now cleaned out that group. All of the goodies have made their way down here. We got that guy's golden chest plate, which is pretty cool. We got some leather boots out of the deal too. And as you can see, nobody else from the spawner is making their way down. Once we pull the switch though, it starts filling right back up again. So this is going to work out fantastic for us. And you can see how quickly they're coming in. I'm already up to level 33 and a half here. I wonder if this alone is enough to get people up to get me up to level 34. What do you think? I'm thinking probably not, because that's, you've got to kill a lot of people. Well, not people, but a lot of skeletons to get up there. I'm a little concerned about the fact that okay, now that's going to be a problem, because I didn't get nearly as much experience as I should have the last time, because the lava would have come out and burned up all that experience. So maybe what we need to do is to put it on this level. Let's see what that does. I think that's a fair enough group. So if we set them on fire, or actually, isn't this the same place? You know what, I had the slab there to begin with, so I think what we need to do is put the slab on the top half, which I can't do right now because there's critters in the way. Let's go ahead and knock these guys out. Okay, so I had it on the bottom half. If I put it on the top half and pull the trigger, okay, that should be enough to give us the test. Come on guys, get crispy. But now I think because the slab is on the top half, I think anything that we kill, yeah, we are collecting the experience now. So that's going to be a little bit of a challenge to see, but you know, the only other alternative that we have is to actually leave it off. But I think if we do that, we run the risk of the lava flowing out. Let's kind of stand back a little bit. In fact, let's make sure we give the lava a path to go down. You know what? The lava stays there long enough that that may not even be a problem. I may be able to get away with putting that slab there just to make it look a little bit nicer. But yeah, that is probably the way to go. So with a little bit of experimentation and a little bit of fiddling around and a couple of times with almost dying, we have managed to make an incredibly efficient XP farm. I am super excited about this, and I hope you guys are too. We still have a ways to go. We still have to make it pretty. We don't want all of this redstone to be exposed back here, so we're going to want to kind of wall this off. I also want to do something about transportation, because we are about, I would say, 300 blocks away from the spawn town, if not more. And I'm glitching through that one there. So the problem that we run into is that I go through a bunch of hunger running through here. Because it takes so long to get here, I try to sprint. Oh, you know what? Let's get you back up. I tend to sprint to get over here from the base, and when I do, I go through probably 7 to 7.5 of those little the little hunger niblets just to get over here. That's not going to do. So what I'm going to do is carve out an area over here, put another portal in, and hopefully that will seriously cut down on the effort needed to get over here. We also need to clean up the place. We need to get these guys down. Actually, you know what? I probably still need those guys because we are going to need a bit more of the mossy stone bricks. Let me put that there and let that grow again. We're not quite done with those vines yet. But yeah, at least for now, we can say that we have a fully operational skeleton spawner based XP farm, which is going to get us more bones and arrows and crappy bows and even worse armor than we could ever hope to need. So good for us. The next episode will probably be an 8.2 episode rather than an episode 9, because we're going to stick around here in the new XP farm, making it pretty, and I hope you'll join me for that. So if you've liked our little adventure here today, go ahead and click the like button. If you've really liked it, go ahead and click the subscribe button. If you like me, go ahead and stalk me on social media. I'm darn near everywhere. And until next time, my name is Golf House. This has been Mostly Harmless. It's an honor just to be nominated.